Hello, my awesome Aries, and welcome to your abundance reading for the month of May. This is just a general reading, so please do take what resonates and toss the rest, or check out one of the other signs in your chart if they might resonate with you more. Otherwise, if you enjoy this, please do like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, all that great stuff. I would greatly appreciate it. I love to have you here, and it would help me get to the other Aries. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get your abundance reading for this month. The top row will be where you kind of are now. The second row is indicative of what you may not see coming or what might be a surprise. And the bottom row is spirit or your higher divination or your communion of saints or whatever it is that you personally believe in, their advice to you. So without further ado, here we go, okay? And we will get some abundance clarifiers at the end. But let's go ahead and see what we've got for you, shall we? All right, so we're starting out with Temperance in reverse, okay? So I feel like for some of you, okay, for some of you, I feel like you jumped into an idea here, okay? It could be a job opportunity. It could be you jumped into an investment, maybe without doing your homework, your due diligence. Maybe somebody was like, hey, this is a really good idea, and you got yourself caught up in kind of like a scheme, something like that. Okay, maybe like a pyramid scheme. Maybe you like got caught up in something where you're like, hey, I'm going to sell this or do that or whatever, trying to do some side hustles, make some side money. I'm feeling like for some of you, you kind of just jumped into something you normally would not do. You would normally think through everything you did before you ever did it. And this time you kind of jumped into something. So for some of you, I'm feeling like that's the case. For others of you, I feel like you are kind of ready to take a leap. And you're tired of thinking about things, okay? Because you're at either a crossroads where you either need something to happen quickly because finances are tight. You've got to take whatever you can get, or you're just so sick and tired of what you're doing now, whether it's like being without a job or whether it's being in a job you absolutely hate, that you're just like, I really don't care. At this point, I would shovel horse farms, if I needed to, in my underwear just to get out of here, because it's like a pressure cooker and I'm done with this. I'm getting overworked and underpaid and used and abused and, mistreated, and it's a toxic work environment, all these kinds of things. So whichever, take it as it resonates, whichever you belong in. But I do feel like for whatever reason, all of you are kind of in a situation where maybe you're just not, as thrilled as you could be, right? This specific moment with your opportunities, okay? Or the decisions you've made to get into certain opportunities, okay? The next card is the Five of Pentacles. And again, I think this is kind of clarifying even further the same thing. It's kind of like a situation where some of you have gotten into this position because you've jumped into something that was ill-advised. You didn't do your homework. You thought, hey, I'm going to jump into that. That sounds like a great idea. Or somebody talked you into like, hey, sell this, sell that, be in this, you can make it hand over fist, and you got into something and now you're like, how do I get out of this? This is awful. I feel like it's weighing me down. It's not making me any money. It's actually draining me of money. I've lost money on it, that kind of thing. And for some of you, again, you may be needing to jump into something again because you're at this point. As I mentioned before, some of you are kind of like, this is where I have to jump and not be able to contemplate what choice I'd like to make, because I don't have that luxury anymore. Now it's kind of getting where it's financially a necessity that I take whatever I can get, okay? So for some of you, I'm feeling like that. Page of Cups in reverse, okay? So I feel like this is kind of an immature situation, but with this being in reverse, I do feel like, there might be something coming in that is going to be an actual opportunity, or someone who can be an actual, kind of catalyst for an opportunity that is going to be an actual decent, connection. Okay. So not that immature, not that petty kind of situation, but kind of like the opposite of that. Somebody who might actually have some, contacts, some information to help you, some help getting out of some of the stuff that you've gotten yourself into if you've made ill-advised decisions, things like that, okay? So keep your eyes out. This may be somebody who is a guide for you. This could be somebody that's even just, maybe somebody you don't know, but it also could be somebody in your own family or somebody of friends that, kind of sees what you've gone through or heard you say what's going on and struggling and this and that. And they're like, hey, I can help you out. We've got connections. I can help you with this. I can help you with that. They have either the connections or the know-how or whatever, and they're willing to kind of help guide you. So keep your eyes open for that, okay? Down here, we see this is kind of where you're going or what you may not see coming. And I see the 9 of Swords in reverse. So I do feel like that Page of Cups person coming in is going to help relieve some of your stress. Because again, like I said up here, I do feel like whatever it is that's either you've jumped, of whichever you resonates with you, whether you've jumped into something that you kind of wish you hadn't, it was ill-advised, or, without really putting too much thought into it, or enough thought into it or background into it, or you are at a point where you kind of have to jump into something because you're stressed out and you got to get out of this situation you're in, whether it's because of the situation itself or because of the financial problems you may be in. Either way, I do think this person is going to be very helpful in helping you to kind of resolve that. Okay, they're going to kind of be a temperance for you by helping to kind of moderate, help you be able to make better decisions, because they're going to give you more options, bring that kind of stuff in. So help will be on the way, right? Okay, and the 9 of Wands here is letting me know that while you're feeling that burden it's underneath your 5 of Pentacles, while you're feeling that burden, you are getting much closer to that 10 of Wands where you can put it down, right? So you're kind of moving in that direction, okay? So I do feel like the more that you kind of work towards this Page of Pentacles advice, Page of Cups advice, this person's connections, advice, help, the more that you kind of gradually make it through that, the more you're going to be able to kind of work through those burdens and get closer to really coming to end, putting them down, okay? So I do feel like that even though you're feeling the burdens, you're doing that, and you are going to probably continue for some time, a little bit there anyway. I do think you're going to get to the point where you can really let those kind of drop a little bit, okay? 2 of Pentacles here is underneath that Page of Cups in reverse. So I do feel like you are going to have options here. Again, I feel like they are going to kind of be a temperance for you, where they're going to say, here's some choices and let me help you make some choices. If you've made ill-advised choices, let me tell you how to get out of them and how to make better ones, okay? I do feel like they're going to be kind of a guide to you. So this is kind of a great option for you, a help to you, somebody like almost universe sent to you, because they're going to be able to show you maybe how to balance your budget. They may show you, things like how to, make extra side money, on top of your regular money, where you get 2 incomes. This could be something where, again, you have choices between multiple jobs. Okay, so there could be a lot of different avenues that 2 of Pentacles is kind of working its way into. It could be all of the above. They may say, hey, I've got a side gig for you while you're waiting to hear from these multiple opportunities for multiple jobs, and I can also help you with a budget, and all of these things will culminate together to really help you to put those burdens down, really help you to get rid of that stress, all of that, good things, positive things. But I do see you definitely moving in a much better direction than kind of where you are now, a happier, healthier, financial, emotional, work, abundance type direction, okay? So let's see down here at the bottom. This is, again, Spirit's advice, universe's advice, higher divination's advice, communion of saints advice, whatever it is that you personally believe in, that's their advice to you, okay? So here we have Judgment in reverse. And again, I feel like this is something where, you haven't made great judgment, okay? And I think that, again, is what they're, whoever you believe in, that system is trying to tell you, listen, you haven't made the best judgments, okay? Maybe you need to go back to the drawing board, okay? Realize that maybe you need to kind of get some help. Maybe you need to listen to other people. Maybe you've just made some bad decisions, bad choices, bad calls, okay? We've all done it. Don't feel bad. It's also twofold, okay? The judgment is in reverse because it's telling you not to judge yourself too harshly either. Okay? It's telling yourself, yes, we understand. Maybe you understand. Man, how could I have got myself into this? Man, why did I let this happen? Man, how did I get here? You know, why did I do this? You know, all of these things. You know, maybe you're saying all these things to yourself on a daily. You know what? But we've all been there, right? So universe, or yours, whoever you're believing in, is saying, you know what? Don't judge yourself, and don't let anybody else judge you, okay? Because everybody has been there at some point in their life where they're saying, why did I make that choice? Why did I do that? Oh my goodness, right? So just the only thing you can do is pick up and move forward. And you're doing that, okay? You're moving on. So worry not, okay? You're doing you, right? All right. The next one is heartbreak, okay? And this heartbreak is, you know, inevitably this could be something where, again, this could be telling you that, you know, your heartbreak is what maybe caused you to make some of these decisions. Your heartbreak may have been why you got yourself in some of these places. Maybe you had to make some decisions. Maybe you had to be cornered because you know, if you are used and abused, if you are being treated poorly by your coworkers, that's heartbreaking. Okay, if you were in a relationship and they did you dirty and you had to leave for your own safety, health, and sanity, okay, financially that takes a hit, right? That might leave you in a place where you have to make some quick decisions, and sometimes quick decisions, emotional decisions, hey, we know what those are. They're not well formed, you know, functioning, good research type of decisions. They're knee jerk, right? Okay, so maybe that's what happened, you know, and I do feel like, and that would explain, you know, some of your burden may still be that, you know, you're not only burdened by the fact that, you know, how could this happen to me? How could I let myself get in this situation over the finances and the jobs that you chose? But, you know, you're also thinking, how did I let somebody else manipulate me or treat me so bad that they got me into this place? How did I ever let myself get like this? You know, and again, don't judge yourself harshly because many of us have been there, okay? You're with somebody and they decide to do you wrong. How is that, you know, something that you could have predicted? You can't predict everything, right? You cannot change the way other people treat you. You can only change the way you react to it, right? So, you know what? It's okay to have a broken heart. It's okay to have to pick up pieces. And I do believe maybe that's what you're doing here. Maybe you're picking up pieces. Maybe that's part of your burden. Maybe that's why you made ill-advised choices. Maybe that's why you're in this position in the first place. You know, maybe you had to leave a job because you were working with that person and you just couldn't anymore. You know, those things happen, right? Okay. Your person, your higher divination, your universe, your spiritual guide, whomever is telling you, you know what? That's okay. You can have that heartbreak. It's acceptable, but you need to learn from it, okay? And move on with it. And your last card is your Five of Cups. And I do believe this is your spirit guide, whomever, again, that you believe in, telling you, do not look back, okay? Just move forward, okay? You might have 3 cups knocked over, but you still have 2 standing, okay? And if you look at this, that's kind of what's going on, okay? And that is coming under your Page of Cups in reverse, which I do believe is somebody that was sent to you, divinely sent to you, to help you get back on track, okay? A friend, a family member. It could be a love. You never know. But again, it's somebody who I believe was sent to you to help you get your, you know, your life back on track, your finances back on track, your emotional well-being back on track. All of those things that you really just want to get back in check. And again, you just want to turn your back on that, okay? And I do believe this is the advice that you're getting. Just turn your back on all of the things that are bad, negative. If you've had heartbreak in your past, don't look back at it, okay? Don't dwell in it, okay? If you have made bad choices, bad judgments, hey, we all do. Don't live there, okay? It's okay to be sad for a moment. It's okay to do wrong things for a moment. It's okay for a lot of stuff, but you don't live there, okay? You can pack up and visit, but you don't live there, right? Okay, move on. Move on to new places, new opportunities. You know, link up with those people of the higher vibration that want to help you. Get with those people and straighten it out. Get some more opportunities going here with your Two of Pentacles and get yourself back in order and check. And I see that you're moving that direction, okay? And your spirit guide here is telling you, you can do that. You just need to shift some things that are in the past to the past. Don't dwell on them. Don't continue to judge yourself for them or let anybody else judge you for them. Yep, maybe you made some bad choices. Yep, maybe it was in love and in business or whatever else. Fine. People do that, okay? But learn from it, move on from it, and you're better for it, right? All right, so let's get you 3 abundance cards here on the bottom to get you some final advice here on your abundance, because I definitely see that your big ticket here to kind of making a change is to kind of leave the past in the past, okay? And I do feel like this Page of Cups in reverse. So whomever this opportunity person is that's going to come into you, and maybe somebody you already know, but they are going to offer their assistance, services, their you know, help, teachable moments, things like that. Accept them, open arms, accept them. Take every bit of advice they can give. If they are truly helpful, you can trust them, okay? So let's see what we've got here and we will move forward. Okay, so divine source, okay? I do believe that, you know, this situation here, it's a divine source, okay? The judgment here, you made some bad judgments, okay? But you have a divine source working for you now, okay? Again, like I said about this Page of Cups, I feel like this is being sent in a divine source. And the reason I believe this is sent under, that this is coming under this Temperance card is because, as I mentioned before, I refer to them as your temperance being sent in divinely. I really feel like that, okay? I feel like this is somebody who's coming in to help you make better choices, more informed choices, less emotional, less knee-jerk choices, because they're unbiased, they're not involved, and they care about helping, and they may be more informed with, you know, this kind of financial stuff than maybe you are, those kinds of things. But I do feel like divine source is at work by sending you this person, and by helping to, you know, do that, they're helping to relieve some of your anxiety, some of your stress. And it's ultimately like, if you look at the card, the Judgment on high, it's people kind of, you know, what do I do? And, you know, you didn't really have that, but now, you know, this is saying to you, you can have that now. Okay. So listen, don't make those same mistakes again. It's okay to make them. It's okay. Nobody's judging you. Don't judge yourself. And if somebody is judging you, who cares? You don't care about those people. You know what? It's like, what was it? A Tupac song? Only God can judge me now. I don't know. Anyways, but you get it. Okay. So follow your divine source. Okay. The next one is love. And oddly enough, that is falling on your heartbreak card there. Okay. Again, you know, I feel like, you know, some of this up here, you might have been burdened down by somebody else, okay? So again, somebody else may have been the weight that caused you to have to make these decisions. You may have been screwed over, okay? Bottom line, in a relationship, you may have been left with nothing. You may have been left high and dry with kids depending on you, and you know, you have to pick up the pieces, find a new job, find something, and you had to do it immediately, and you just had to jump at the first option you had because someone you love did you wrong, and you had to do it for the ones that you love. Okay, but love is what's going to see you through, right? Okay, because you're going to continue to practice self-love, which is exactly what we want here, okay? We're not going to let our heartbreak define us. We're moving forward, right? Self-love, no judging ourselves, no blaming ourselves, self-love. We're moving forward, okay? We're not living there anymore. We're moving forward and making good decisions. We're surrounding ourselves by people who can help us, higher vibrations, okay? If this Page of Cups in reverse is our person coming in, and I think they might be, they've been sent for a reason to help us, okay? And I do think that that's what they're going to do. And I do think that by showing ourselves self-love and really trying to focus on ourselves and do the right things, make better choices, better decisions, we're going to be able to move forward in a much healthier and more functional financial way as well. Okay. So you can, kind of get over all of this things that I did. Don't dwell in it. Don't feel bad for yourself. Don't sit and sulk. It's all good. You can do that for a little bit. Again, don't live there, right? Move on, work on your budget, work on, extra side hustles, work on making some money, work on finding a better job if you don't like the one you have now because you made it. All of those things, right? Work on yourself. Love yourself, work on yourself, right? And the last one is absolutely worth, self-worth. Know your worth, okay? And I think this falls in the perfect row. This is where I feel like somebody is coming to help you divinely. That Page of Cups in reverse, I feel like is really like a more mature person that's going to come in to help you, and they may really recognize your worth and they want to help you for that. Could be a friend, family member, again, somebody that's going to see how important you are. Again, you know what? Here you are balancing. You're going to balance yourself out much better, okay? In all kinds of different aspects of your finance, your career, different things, because you know what you're worth, okay? You're leaving this negative space in the past, and it's right on top of your, 5 of Cups. You're kicking those cups to the curb, okay, that are tossed over. You're taking what you have left and you're moving forward because you know what you're worth, right? And you're not accepting any less, okay? You know your self-worth, you're practicing self-love, and you are taking no less than what you deserve, right? You're not getting breadcrumbed anymore. You're not getting nickel-dimed anymore. You're not going to let people talk down to you. You're not going to let anyone judge you. You are going to move forward. You're going to be a stronger version of yourself, and you are going to fight for the things that you deserve. If it's the new job that you want, if it's more money that you need, if it's you want a side hustle, whatever it is, you're going to have it if you want it, okay? But you make sure that anybody involved that's around you is worth your time and knows your worth, okay? When you're surrounding yourself with the right people, and I do believe you will be going forward here, you will start, things will start really looking up. I see you definitely moving in the right direction, okay? You're healing. You're moving in the right direction. You're going to be getting better. So start looking for those jobs that you really want if you're unhappy. Stop blaming yourself. Stop, feeling bad about things and start making active moves towards getting things moving in that positive direction because you can do it, okay? I hope this did resonate with you. If it did, please do like, subscribe, share, all that other great stuff. And I hope to see you back. Bye.